What's going on, guys? YogiZilla here, aka Yomar Lopez. I want to use my real name because the community has really opened up, and you guys have been super responsive, super open, authentic. I want you to get to know me better on a more personal level. So you can Google me. You can find all my stuff. I'm a pretty open book. Though I am YogiZilla pretty much everywhere as far as social media and online presence goes. My real name is Yomar, but in real life, people call me Yogi. This is the first time you're joining me. This is actually going to be a dual stream right here. Usually I do on Sundays, I do my personal Sunday vlog, which is the Geektastic Minute, and that's usually me just ranting about the week's events, things that are weighing upon my heart, ideas that I have, games that I'm playing, and things I plan to do on my Twitch channel, and other content that I develop. But then on Mondays, I do the Gang Minute. Gang is short for Geeky Antics Network Global, which you can find at geekyantics.net. Make sure you go over there and sign up. And it's basically a network where we get together podcasters, Twitch streamers, writers, all kinds of geeks, and we collaborate together. It is my child, and it is something that I hope I could focus on and make profitable, so I could do it 100% of the time, and not just 50% or 80% of the time, depending on any given moment. But I also feel that it's already become a really good tool, platform, and a great community for people to test their ideas, to share their ideas, to grow, to collaborate, and expose their brand and their creativity. So anyway, welcome to the Geektastic Minute. This is the mashup of both of those vlogs, the Geektastic vlog, my Sunday vlog, and the Gang Minute. And I'm putting them together because tomorrow, Monday, tomorrow's my gosh, I can't remember what day it is. The 7th? But today is the 7th. Tomorrow, Monday the 8th, I'll be busy brainstorming and packing to see how I can manage to be productive while still unplugging a little bit. I'm gonna be AFK-ish, away from keyboard-ish, next week, pretty much for like a week. I'll be back not this Monday or Tuesday coming up. Obviously, guys, I'm leaving Tuesday, but the following Monday or Tuesday. Depends how everything works out. Saturday we have a big business event, and by we I mean myself and my best friend ever, Stan Farina. He's also one of the biggest supporters of the network, and also a really good friend. And it's hard to express my gratitude for what he's doing, because he's put up some of his own money, even though I tell him not to help make my dreams possible. And he says, hey, don't worry about it, I'm my brother's keeper. And I'm like, but I feel bad. I'm a starving artist just like you. I won't be able to pay you back anytime soon, so I'm paying back with love. And I also appreciate the fact that he's seen that this dream is really bearing fruit. It's not just a labor of love. We already went past, we're close to 200 subscribers on YouTube, and we're not really focusing on YouTube that much because, let's face it, Google really makes it hard for a smaller brands to do anything between the automatic scrubbing of content and the stringent policies. Everything's automated. We got dinged for violations that were bogus. Some of them, okay, copyright material, fine, so I'll just take it down. It's just a warning. But it's silly, like a small piece of a music clip, a sound bit that's like a few seconds. Even the video game that I played it from the 8-bit era, they were saying, oh, this is managed by Konami, so you can't use it. And I'm like, okay, so I guess I'll take the video down. There's an hour of my life gone. Whatever. But then the worst part was when they said that we were gaming views. And I'm like, no, we don't buy fans. We don't do any black hat SEO. We don't do sock puppets or anything shady. We don't misrepresent our content, using tags and categories and clickbait that is misleading. No deception here. But they dinged us on the video, deleted the video from the Timey Wimey Tea Time show, which is our Doctor Who podcast. We also talk about sci-fi, fantasy, creative writing, all things that the geeks love. Even a little bit of anime, but it's definitely very sci-fi heavy. We're trying to focus as much as possible on Doctor Who. But we get into all facets of the things we love. It's tea time, so it's just friends getting together talking about geeky stuff. And they knocked the wind out of our sails. Google said, "Oh, wait, this suddenly this channel's got thousands of views on their videos, and they're getting subscribers every day. They must be doing something fishy." So I guess the algorithm got triggered, and then they found something that could look suspicious. I looked at my analytics on Geektastic.net and on YouTube. I didn't see anything funny. They won't tell me exactly what the issue is. So I'm like, okay, well, how can I avoid doing something if I don't know what exactly I did wrong? Just don't spout off general policy. But anyway, I had to go through a whole appeal, and it was like a 20-page form where they wanted a lot of specifics, and I tend to be verbose to begin with, and I tried to get as specific as I could. I was about to write them a novel, but I was like, I got other stuff to do. Sent them the appeal, and they were like it was like 24, 48 hours later. They wrote back. I'm sure that was automated too. So we researched the issue, and we decided that our original decision was correct. But we'll give you a break, and we'll put the video back online under a different link. So we lost all the likes, all the comments, whatever. Fortunately, it was the one that had the least of the timey-wimey tea time videos. But it's so bogus. It's like, we're making progress. Thanks. The chat's already giving me a hard time. Look at it. I'm pouring my heart out over here. Oh, don't troll me. Not yet. I love you guys too, though. But we're just trying to make a living. We're trying to do the things that we love. Unite geeks. Because everybody's trying to do so much on their own, and it shouldn't be that way. People should get together and work together. That's why I created the network. And even though everybody in the network is an independent contributor, they could go on other networks. They could do other things. They're free to take creative liberties. We do have some guidelines because we don't want to get dinged on YouTube or anything. But we try to let people just express themselves the way they really feel and their heart is right. And that's kind of the spirit of it. We're trying to give everybody a real fighting chance to make a name for themselves and share great content, unique content, fresh ideas. Because let's face it, we're looking at an information age where content spreads, ideas spread so fast, information spreads so fast, but a lot of it's regurgitated crap. So it's exciting to see people get together and do some fresh new stuff. And there's some stuff that's gonna be rehashed, but we're really trying to not so much spin it, but give it some extra flavor, do something a little different with it. And the feedback from our community, our Doctor Who fans, and our fellow Whovians, it has been overwhelming. People say that we're intelligent, compassionate, sensitive, we go deep, but at the same time we make it very casual, very approachable when we talk about whatever subject matter we talk about, and that means a lot to us. That's exactly the kind of tone we want to go for. Pretty much everything we do, we want to make it as casual, approachable as possible. I will say this, because we did mention the deception. YouTube swore that we're being deceptive. Whatever. Google, please focus on the people that are really gaming your system. The people on YouTube that have 10 or hundreds of thousands of followers or millions, and they constantly put misleading titles and descriptions, thumbnails that have nothing to do with the video. Half-naked people or suggestive topics, to get people to click through. There's a lot of that going on, but they don't call that view game counting. Apparently not. Apparently that doesn't count. That doesn't matter. I can only assume that someone reported us for a reason. Which if you did that, why? Why the haterade? We're a small but growing network, and it really gets rid of momentum. I had like a cat hair in my mouth or something. I was giving my cat kisses. But anyway, what was I gonna say beyond that? Deception, yeah. So someone commented on Timey Wimey Tea Time video. I think it was episode 3.0, and they commented in Spanish. And I appreciate feedback. I could take criticism as long as it's constructive. I will accept it wholeheartedly and really think about it. I know also that we can't please everyone, so I'm not gonna take it to heart and get butthurt about anything. But we love feedback. You can leave a voicemail 206-415-4987. Again, that's 206-415-4987. That is a U.S. number, so you probably want to use country code 1. Or some places you might have to use 011. It's international calling is a little weird, but we're in the U.S., so if you know how to do international calling, yeah, you leave us a voicemail. I'm not set up for the electronic calling yet, but that'll be in the future. Maybe SMS as well. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So they felt deceived, and that made me a little sad, because that's one thing people should not feel. We're trying to be as authentic and transparent as possible. Everybody online, to a degree, they wear some kind of mask. They put up some sort of fronts. I do it. Everybody does it. And the one that says they don't is full of it. But authenticity is a thing that you could do, and it's something you constantly work towards, and get and improve. And I hope that we do a good job on that. I like to show my quote unquote proverbial warts, show the warts. But I'm not gonna look at the chat because the trolling is real. You guys are busting my balls, and I haven't been streaming that much. But hey, I'm working hard. I'm working on all these podcasts and stuff. I'm trying to get affairs in order before I travel, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. Exactly what's gonna happen. But so yeah, he felt deceived, and he wrote something to the effect of, I'm gonna translate. I'm gonna tell you the Spanish, but he said that the scantily clad cartoon women on the Sunday dose offended him, and he felt deceived by me. And he said my name specifically, Yomar. So it's like, all right, so you dug deep enough to know who I am, but not deep enough to understand that it's a network with different contributors, and I'm not gonna police all of them. And it was scantily clad women. There's far worse things out there on YouTube alone, like people getting surprise punched. I mean, and people watch that crap. I would like to think we put out some real quality content. Every now and then people might use a little gimmick. I can't fault them for them, because sadly people respond to sex and violence. We try not to condone either one. There's enough of that out there. And Time Wine Tea Time does keep it G-rated for the most part, yeah. And we're proud to do that. We want to get out more places and not have that age restriction. But, he wrote that comment about the Sunday Dose, which is Obi's show. I produce it, on the back end, but he pretty much runs it. He does the show notes. He figures out the direction. I give him guidance, but, I'm not going to spank him on the hand. I do tell him, try to be sensitive, because we do have a lot of women in our audience. But this was coming from a man, so I don't know if he was trying to be self-righteous. But then he went on to say, there's plenty of evil in the world, especially on the internet. Do not contribute to the devil's work. And then he said, restrain yourself. So I kindly responded to him, and I went into a semi-diatribe, but I said, thank you for the feedback, basically. I said, thank you for the feedback. We appreciate it. I do want to, so I explained to him how did the network work. The network works. That's a great phrase. And then I showed him. I said, well, consider this for a second, because I feel like you're not being reasonable by jumping to a conclusion and calling me essentially a devil worshiper for one little infraction. You got to judge the habits over time, not a singular offense. I mean, we're human. We're gonna slip up. We're gonna drop an F-bomb. We're gonna say something that's a little racy at times. There's people that are constantly trying to be controversial for the sake of being controversial. Let's just call it. And I'm not that guy. I don't want to get into the slippery slope of saying, well, I may be doing this, but at least I'm not doing that. That's a cop out. But I think it was unfair. I felt a little bit attacked, and I felt it was unfair to also. I pointed out to him. I said, well, what's deceptive is that you're putting a comment on a timey-wimey tea time video with regards to a video that's for another show. Now, it is the same channel, so I can see what's relevant. But, it's all love in timey-wimey tea time. I expect that people are going to say that they don't like Doctor Who, or they hate the show, or they find our voices annoying, or we talk too much, or the episode's too long. Someone's going to be that person. That's fine. A comment's a comment. It still helps us out. But so much love, and someone had to bring something that had nothing to do with anything. It's like, Yeah, no, this is a great. This is no, he didn't even say this is great. He just went straight into, hey, I saw you at a party and you were wearing a hat and I didn't like your hat. Like, well, that what does that have to do with this video? So please keep it relevant to the video. If you're gonna comment in a video, keep it relevant to the content of that video or the scope of the discussion within that video. Please just do that. I would greatly appreciate that. Oh, what are you guys saying in the chat here? Oh boy. No, stop it, guys. You know, what I do in my personal time. If I like hentai, if I like scantily clad women, that's my prerogative. I don't think that reflects poorly on me as a person. But I make a good effort to not bring that into the network. If you wanna see some of my more risque stuff, I do have a Tumblr and I share a lot of. Generally, it's pretty safe stuff, safe for work stuff. But sometimes I share some stuff that's like borderline. And there's places I'm sure you can find that social media, right, where it belongs. Where it's you could expect that and you're ready for that. But when it comes to YouTube, geekyanswers.net, we try to keep it pretty clean, unless we create a separate area for the more risque stuff, and there might be that in the future. But deception, there was no deception there. The deception was leaving a comment that was unrelated to the video, and that made me offended. That offended me, sir. That offended me, sir. But anyway, let's talk about the strip. So this Tuesday night. So most of Tuesday, I'm gonna try to stream before I leave, but I want to make sure I have everything packed up. So tomorrow I'm gonna spend most of the day packing up and trying to set everything up so I can work off site. I don't know if I'm gonna bring my mic with me though, because that's gonna be a pain in the butt. And yeah, I like to travel light, so I'm gonna use whatever Stan has over there. I do have a headset with a microphone in it, so I can use that. Worst case scenario. Yeah, I gotta talk to him later. I think he's using a USB mic, and I have one that plugs in hardwired. If we can set it up to use two different microphones, hey, nah, it probably won't work. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure I bring like the little things like overlays and graphics that I might need, tools that I might need. I'm also setting up a new server over there that will be part of the Geeky Antics network that will help us stream more reliably and set up services like we're going to try to set up a bot that will do a loyalty program. So when people are in our channels, they'll earn virtual points that you can use to gamble, quote unquote, place wagers on things like, oh, when is he going to die, or how many rounds will he last in Hearthstone, stuff like that. So I'm excited for that. Cause if I get that all set up while I'm away and come back and just plug it in and come back and really start streaming hardcore and bring you guys more consistent quality, we could do a lot more things. Like you guys were asking for Blue Cam, have the cat, my cat on in our unofficial official mascot for the Geeky Antics network. Have her own cam while I'm streaming and have my cam up. We could do that stuff. So that excites me. You guys still on the hentai? What else did we want to talk about? So yeah, as far as the trip goes, so the plan is we'll be doing a horseplay live on location from Stan's basement somewhere in the Arctic or Greenland, something like that. Nah, I'm not going that far. I don't know why. To me, that sounds funny. Maybe it's not that funny, but I'll be going far away enough. And then Saturday morning, we're gonna do an earlier timey-wimey tea time, and that'll be at 10 a.m. We might do a pre-show at 9, see if we get enough people in, and we'll see how that works out. And then we're gonna be on allgames.com premiering on there and starting like a test run to see if everything works out all right. So that's gonna be interesting. We have to stream it to Geeky Antics stuff and then to the All Game stuff via Shoutcast. So hopefully, again, I have this computer set up by then so we could hook all that stuff up. And I'm also gonna get Stan set up to do some streaming. Maybe set him up on Steam put them in all our groups, and maybe do some off-site streaming. That is a bit of a stretch. If anything, I'm going to use the time to work more on the website, schedule out a lot of new content. I have some creative writing pieces that I've been working on, short stories, flash fiction, haikus, adding new features to the site. We're going to start getting some sponsors, some affiliates. So we'll do product reviews of things that we like, and if you shop using our links, it'll bring some money and stuff like that. We do have there's one particular guy that has a series of zombie books, and their audio book format. So he's thinking about doing some giveaways through us, and then we might do some product reviews. We might get some free swag from him, and then we'll he'll sponsor shows, stuff like that. Probably get him on Time Wimey Tea Time or Hoist Play Live or both. So lots of cool stuff coming up, and there'll be more ways for you guys to support the Geeky Antics Network. The simplest way is just to go to geekyantics.net/donate. You could donate your services, donate your money, or a little bit of both. It does go primarily to me right now, so I could focus on this and not have to do lots of gigs, upgrade my setup. I do need a shock mount for this guy right here, and I probably shouldn't call it a guy, because then that looks suggestive. So people have let me know that the mic looks like a penis. Thank you for that. But yeah, the goal I have right now on there is 1,500, and I haven't checked recently how far along we are with that. So if you go on there, we have an I'm Raising campaign. We're thinking about other things too, like Kickstarter. I'm more leaning towards Patreon for the residual monthly income, cover our overhead, and also give some incentives to our core team, the main people that contribute on a routine basis. I wish one day, I wish we could do it now, but one day we will be able to, if not have people on the payroll, at least give some bonuses here and there based on performance, and maybe have some metrics tied into that. I'm starting to set up the things to keep track of all the analytics, and tie it into the individual authors and show hosts and all that stuff. So all that stuff's coming along little by little. So exciting times. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something big. But yeah, I can't express enough. If you're watching on Twitch, on youtube.com/Geeky Antics, it's amazing the amount of comments we're getting on Time Wimey Tea Time. The other stuff is getting a lot of comments, but just TWTT is amazing. The amount of thoughtful comments. It's not just awesome or cool. It's like really deep comments. We've gotten voicemails. Just amazing stuff. As a matter of fact, for those that do not keep up with all the shows on Geeky Antics, maybe you just follow on Twitch, I want to play at least one, maybe a couple of those voicemails. I also want to play the theme song and bumper, one of the bumpers we gotten so far for Time Wimey Tea Time. So check this out, guys. I hope you get a kick out of this. By the way, this song is about to come up after the bumper. I composed it, so if it's crappy, I'm sorry. But if you love it, please let me know. keep me going strong. All right, here we go.
You're listening to the Timmy Wimmy Tea Time Podcast, a geekyantics.net production where lovely and amazing people talk and ponder anything and everything about Doctor Who, science fiction, fantasy, zombies, the end of the world, creativity, writing, and, oh heck yes, anything else that geeks speak, question, and think.
Tiny Wimey Tea Time.
Monster.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr.
Now we need more of that love. You know, it's funny. It's kind of like whenever you do any venture, you always have kind of like that 1 in 10 or that 1 in 100, where it's like suddenly you hit it really big, and like you do the same things you've done before, but for some reason it catches on timing, or that one person that tells a bunch of people and really promotes the crap out of it, like Stanfarina. You know, and it's just like it just snowballs. And Timey Wimey Tea Time has been that for us. And you know, there's only a handful of real flagship shows for Geeky Antics. I would say definitely Timey Wimey Tea Time, Horseplay Live, which, you know, I'm gonna warn you, it's not safe for work sometimes. But it is the official radio show for the Geeky Antics Network. We try to keep it, you know, as clean as possible, but we do get wild over there. So I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. That's the show for the night owls and the crazies. You know, we love you guys too. We love everybody. Timey Wimey Tea Time is much more casual and chill. You know, it's a different tone. You know, and Gaming Death Podcast, I'd like to think is a flagship show. They are exclusive to our network, but you know, 100% flagship status. I don't know if they're there yet. Because Chris, I love you, man, but you need to get more involved with all the haps on the network. You know, it's a mutual thing. We gotta work together on things, you know. Don't do things on your own. We can help you out. That's the whole point. And not just we share your podcast and our streams and our feed and do blog posts for you and promote you like that. It's gotta be, you know. And you plug the network, you plug our shows, but there's so many more ways we collaborate. And that's something I want to say. You know, for you folks out there that do podcasts, that you do Twitch streams, you know. You can do things on your own, and my dog's being really annoying right now, so sorry about that. And hopefully the noise gate will catch some of that. But, you know, if you do stuff, don't do it on your own. That's the hard way. Collaborate. Get together with other people. It makes it so much easier. No matter how awesome you are. I mean, I'm social media certified with the NISM. I sit on the board of directors. Not board of directors. Board of advisors. Not I'm a board of director. Board of advisors. I helped develop their original test. You know, so I know social media inside out. I do consulting for marketing, small business, success coaching. You know, I dabble with creating beats. I do the podcast, the little YogiZilla watermark you see in the lower right-hand corner. That's something I drew. You know. It's very rough work, but you know, I do stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of things I do. I dabble in, and some stuff I do really well, some stuff I do okay. But you know, I have lots of different skills. But it's so much easier when I reach out to people like Stanfarina or Andy, aka Spaffyzilla. You know, and we lighten the load and balance everything out, because then it allows us to focus on the things we're really good at. And I'm probably gonna kill my dog. Not really, but. You know, animal cruelty, not cool. But he gets off on these things where he's just barking for no reason. Breathe. Okay. So yeah, I think we covered everything we really need to do here. I do want to urge everybody. I mean, this is a particularly lengthy vlog. It's more of a mini talk show than anything else. But I want to urge everybody to make sure you go over to geekyantics.net. Bear with us, we're upgrading the server capacity and we're doing a bunch of changes, but make sure you sign up there, use the forums, say hello, introduce yourself. Feel free to plug your own stuff. You know, we're all about cross promotion, and a little self promotion doesn't hurt. Just don't go crazy with it. You know, don't start spamming your links all over the place. Like, say one word and there's 10 links. Like, hi, here are my links, and then there's a whole page of links. That's not cool. You know, but the way I look at it is when you self promote, as long as you're adding value to the conversation and there's a chance that that it's relevant to the people you're talking to, and that's good. Like a good example of what not to do is you're in a discussion board for vegans and you talk about delicious hamburgers made with 100% Angus beef. That's probably something you don't want to link. Just saying. Or you go into a discussion board for hardcore gamers and you share Facebook games. Hardcore gamers usually won't play Facebook games. They play, I'm sorry, real games. Stop spamming me, Candy Crush, and Pet Saga invites. And actually, I disabled the notifications, so keep spamming. I just won't get them. Facebook. We are on Facebook, by the way. Facebook.com/geekyantics. But back to the website, geekyantics.net. There's on the right-hand side, this will appear on most pages. There'll be a sidebar. There'll be a sign-up form on the upper right-hand corner. It's also, if you go all the way to the bottom of any page, you'll see, and I go to my phone, letting me know something is coming up. It's telling me that my vlog is time for the vlog. I know, I'm doing it right now. I'm ahead of time. But yeah, if you go to the bottom of the page, there's our logo, the Geeky Antics Network global logo, which is like the little spinner and different aspects of geek culture, and the little spinner, that actual red arrow that you can spin around. Whee! I should make that interactive, like spin it and see where it lands. A randomizer. So many things to do. But yeah, make sure you click on that or fill out the form and subscribe to the mailing list. I'm gonna try to send out something before I leave and then something while I'm off site to let you guys know what the latest haps are. But the biggest thing, obviously, is that we're the Time Wimey Tea Time, TWTT for short. Hashtag TWTT. It will be. Let me get some water here. It will be on allgames.com premiering next week, next Saturday. So that's a big deal. We need people to come to the live show. I love the YouTube comments and all the tons of views we're getting there. And I love the fact that people are downloading the podcast or streaming it. Awesome. But please show the love to the live thing, because we're trying to do some live Q&A. And depending how it goes, we'll do a post show. After that, Stan and I have to go on a road trip, so we might be late to our event. But hey, it'll be worth it. If there's a bunch of you, we'll stay as long as we have to, and we'll pretty much take over all games for the morning. For people on the West Coast, it's gonna be very early, and for people on the East Coast, it'll be mildly early. So we're shooting for 10 a.m. to noon, maybe 1. I might be pushing it though. We probably should have set it to 9 a.m. Now that I think about it. Start earlier so we don't cut it too close with the road trip. We're going to be on the road at least 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy day. So we might start it earlier. Don't hold me to 10. We might start at 9. Expect some tweets and some email blasts coming out. We'll lock down that time slot, but it'll be Saturday morning. We know that much, and I'll be at twitch.tv/Geeky Antics. That's where some of you are right now watching live. So join us for that, and on Saturday, keep the allgames.com stream open from as early as you can, so that when we do go live, you can hear us. You can even mute it for the time being and wait for us to send a tweet out or whatever. But yeah, and we'll be tweeting out from at Geeky Antics, at Yogizilla, and at Farina, which is FARYNA. Keep an eye out for keep that allgames.com stream open, and keep an eye out for those tweets. The reason I want you to keep the allgames.com stream open, because if we get tons of live listens, on there when we do the test run, Derek H, the current showrunner of the network. It's still Scott Rubin's network, but he's Derek's the one running things right now, while Scott's making ice cream or something. But supposedly Scott's coming back, by the way, for those who follow. And fun fact, allgames.com is actually the precursor to what we've come to know as G4 TV. So some interesting history there. Let's see what else we got. There are no good Facebook games. Not when there's so many other games to play. Well, they're good games, but it's like there's so many other games to play that why would I play a Facebook game? And so many of them rely on inviting friends and spamming them. I don't like that. No me gusta. No me gusta. So yeah, keep that allgames.com stream open, and this is my call to action. You know, besides leaving his voicemail, 206-415-4987, you can see right there, boop, right down there, all our contact information. I still say it verbally because some people just leave this in the background and tune in and out. That's fair. I'm saying it in my voice. 206 or 206 or 2Z6 415-4987. You leave a voicemail. But the other call to action is tell some friends about us. Think about, look at our content at geektastic.net and find something you really find a couple of things you find really exciting and share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, and tag 5 friends that you know will really appreciate it, so that it's relevant to them. And don't spam them. Make sure they really appreciate it. Make sure that you have trust with them. Don't send it to someone you haven't talked to for 2 years so they report you. Like, spamming links. I'm going to report you. Send it to a real friend who trusts you, we have a real relationship with, and that will listen to your recommendation and check out the content. I figure with all the people we have following us, all the friends we have at Geeky Antics, all the contributors we have at Geeky Antics, if we get everybody to just tell a friend, and they each tell 5 friends, 100 becomes 500 plus. It's actually 600 because, the original 100 plus the 5 people each at 100, which is 100 times 5. That's 100. That's 500 plus 500 plus 500 plus 100 is 600. But then it's exponential because if you tell those friends to do the same thing, and next thing you know, it's like 3,000 plus, and then 15,000 plus, and it gets crazy. That works. It's such a simple thing that people don't take that everybody actually they're so busy, but if simple little things, we'd appreciate it, and it help out so much. I'm a starving artist. I love what I'm doing, and we can see that people appreciate it with the comments and the love we're getting, and they want us to keep going. We actually have people in the comments on Timey Wimey Tea Time saying, "Please don't stop." We took a week off, like a week and a half off, after our pilot episode, and people said, "Where did you guys go?" There was one gal on there that said, "I miss you guys." She said in Spanish, "Te echo de menos, chicos." Someone else said, there was a lot of stuff like that. It's like, when we came back, they're like, "Oh, I hope you enjoyed your holiday." And people were like, "All right, Saturdays, and stick to it. Don't you go anywhere. We're not going to stop." Now, we might lose a little traction here and there, but if we get that love, that's definitely going to keep us going. The comment love, the subscriptions, the follows, the favorites, the likes, iTunes reviews, Stitcher reviews, all that stuff. There's so many things you could do, and so many of these things, they're really quick things to do. You could probably do all these things within like 5-10 minutes. And the All Games thing is the easiest because you don't have to sign up for the site. You should sign up for the site, but you don't need to sign up to the site to listen to any of the live streams. You just go on the website and you just click listen. There's a little box to listen on the upper right hand corner, and you hit play, and then it says playing, and then candy goes in your ear. Candy goes in your ear and tickles your eardrum, and your eardrum goes, this is delicious. It's like audible Skittles. And who doesn't like Skittles? If you don't like Skittles, Reese's Pieces. If you don't like Reese's Pieces, how about some Starbursts? All right, you don't have a sweet tooth, I can't help you. Candy for your ear, guys. That's what we're gonna offer you. That's the promise. Keep the support coming. I'm kind of marathon vlogging here. Keep that support coming. Let me. Someone's sharing the game on here. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That game. I'll check it out. Fine. Facebook scares me though. I like to go on there for the fan pages and the groups, but I try to avoid everything else. It gets too crazy. There's too much going on. I'm at old age. I can't take the data dump. But you can find me on Instagram, Tumblr, Steam, Pinterest. I'm Yogizilla everywhere. If you want to connect with me and get to know me on a more personal level, I like to make more friends. Yeah, it'd be cool. But there's escalation. We'll be acquaintances, then buddies / pals, then friends, then good friends, then biffies. Biffies, best friends for life. That's kind of the order of things, I say friends in a very loose way. So how many friends do we really have? You can have 300 or 1,000 Facebook friends, but how many of those people actually would share your links and tell a friend about your podcast? Yeah, guys, I'm talking about you. If it's like, oh, I love you, Yogi. Yoma, you're the best. Help me with my project. That's all. It takes you seconds. Maybe it'll take you minutes if you really do it hard, like if you leave a comment. But you just don't do it. Why? Family and friends, they're like the worst sometimes, I tell you. That's why I'm making new friends. I'm sorry, guys. I'm replacing all of you. Just letting you know. Because you guys are lazy. But our new friends at TWTT, me gusta. This is going to be my new friend. I'm moving in with them. We're just getting a huge mansion, and we're going to move in with the Time Wimey Tea Time community. Because Whovians are more positive and loving, and they do stuff to help. Yep. It's sad but true. I think we just got some iTunes reviews, too, for a Time Wimey Tea Time, and we just got that. We're only, like, 3 episodes in. Well, 4 if you count our pilot. So, ooh, exciting. I'm about to go check out some of those comments. I'm about to listen to allgames.com. I'm about to host them for the last 15 minutes they're up. They have a video show right now, which is R9Cast with my buddy SG, Steven Gibson, and his wonderful wife, Bridget B. So stick around. When I take this stream down, I'm going to go ahead and host them. And again, get ready. If you're not registered on Twitch, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're not registered on Twitch yet, twitch.tv/Geeky Antics, a sign-up link will come up. It should redirect you back to the channel. Then you can click follow, and then you get notifications when we go live. It's easy as that. And there's a Twitch mobile app. You can watch us wherever you go. It's usually reliable. And now that Amazon owns Twitch, then it should be more reliable, more consistent. But let me get out of here. Thank you so much for listening to me rant and rave. I just want to make sure I gave you guys lots of love. I was being a little salty and just joking around, but seriously, I appreciate all of you. From the little things you guys do, the little quick hellos and thank yous and cool and awesomes you give me, to the really deep comments and reviews and, awesome things you guys do. Like, some people have donated hundreds of dollars throughout time. People have donated games. Some people have set up giveaways. Some people have promoted us like mad, even though they're not part of the network in any way. They just like what we're doing, and I see all that stuff. I don't get the chance to always stop and thank everybody, but I do appreciate it, and I hope that you can see that we're putting all your love to good use. We're taking it in and letting it grow within us, and then we let it come out, and it breathes new life into beautiful things. And I'm holding the beautiful things in my hand, and I'm bringing them to you here. See the beautiful things? They're invisible. You have to put your really cool glasses on. Okay, you can see them later. So yeah, I'm a little hyper right now. I think I had too much coffee, and I'm a little sleep deprived. I woke up like at 6 in the morning today for some reason. I'm not a morning person, so sorry guys. I'm a little. But I'm gonna get out of here. Gonna host allgames.com. Appreciate you, love you. Don't forget all the stuff you need to do to connect with us and be part of the community. It's all at geekyantics.net. We're gonna make it very simple for you. If there's anything you got away from this, go to geekyantics.net. You can find ways to connect to be part of our community, our forums. You can find our voicemail. You can find ads to and sponsors and stuff, ways to keep us going. You can find all our social media stuff at the bottom of the page. You can find new authors and podcast hosts. Tons of cool stuff. And I hope we get your noggin going. We try to go deep on everything, especially on TWTT. I know I'm promoting the crap out of that. But from me to you, big hugs, bro fists, high fives, whatever you like. I'm sending it out right now. I hope you feel it. You guys are the best. Stay geeky. I'm out. Peace.